In the last episode, I shared the importance of shifting your identity from just a massage therapist to being a soft tissue injury specialist. Once you make the change in your mind, the next step is to do the work to start being a problem solver for your client's injuries so you can start fixing them for good with working a hell of a lot less physically. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to get on the right path to solving your client's problems because solution providers get taken more seriously and get paid better than everyone else. I hope you enjoy the show. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Soft Tissue Revolution podcast. We are on a 4-part series, how to double your massage business income without working anymore. On the last episode, I shared some really good tactics and strategies and mindset shifts that you're going to have to make in your own mind from shifting from being just a massage therapist to being a soft tissue injury expert. If you haven't listened to that one yet, go back and listen. And if you still don't believe it and you still don't want to make that change yet, you're probably not going to like this podcast anyway. But if you understand that you want to be taken seriously as a healthcare provider, not be someone that's non-essential, not someone that people just go in for some relaxation or some bullshit, someone that's actually solving and fixing problems. Because I'm going to tell you what, if this market gets tighter, it gets harder, less and less money, more and more people going away, people are going to pay more and more for solutions. And if you can solve your clients' problems, you're going to be on a different level than everybody else out there. So today, the second part is start figuring out what is wrong with your client by thinking critically. Ugh. Yeah, right. I know. When I say thinking critically, people are like, ugh, fuck that. I don't want to think critically. I don't blame you. Our brains are going all day long. But when's the last time you really just sat down and spent some time really thinking about what's going on with your client? What's causing their injury? What's causing their pain? Are you just going through the motions? Do you have them fill out and sign some bullshit intake form for 5 minutes, but you know you're going to go right in and do it this way. You're going to do it the same way that these bullshit technique gurus taught you to do it, and you're not really doing anything. And when you're not doing something of true purpose and fixing and solving people's problems, it fucks with you. It really does, because you're going through the motions. Then you get limiting beliefs and you're like, I'm capped out here. I can only see this many clients. It is what it is. Or you even tell yourself that you're doing good work. Maybe you are. Maybe you are booked up. Maybe you are busy. But you know what? Maybe your capacity is at its max and you can't charge anymore and you're losing your fucking mind having to only see 5 or 6 clients a day, changing linens, doing all that shit, and not actually getting paid accordingly either. But you tell yourself, hey, I'm good. We're not good. Nobody's good. You can always be better. One of my best podcasts of all time is Your Business is Broken. It always will be. And that's a really good motivator to get you moving in the right direction. So on this show, in this episode, I'm going to show you some tactics to start thinking critically and start becoming a problem solver. Problem solvers get paid more. People pay more for solutions. They pay more to get out of pain. They don't pay for relaxation. They don't pay for treat yourself bullshit. They pay to get fixed. And you should be the number one person to fix that. That's why I believe in massage therapists more than they believe in themselves, because you have the best skill sets. You're able to get in there and treat the tissue with your hands. You're better than the chiro. You're better than the physical therapist, and you're a hell of a lot better than the orthopedic surgeon and anyone else out there. Now you got to start to own that. Go back and listen to the last episode if you don't believe it yet. You got to believe it, because if you don't believe it, it doesn't matter what we do. So there's 3 problems that I see a lot as I interact and talk with other massage therapists, even massage therapists that I've trained. Number 1 is the cop-out excuse that you're not allowed to diagnose based off of your license and scope of practice. So it doesn't really matter. Why should you bother figuring out what the problem is? My question is, how in the hell can you ever solve a problem if you don't know what it is? And if you're using that cop-out, well, I'm not allowed to diagnose, so it doesn't matter, you're lazy. Your patients and clients deserve better. And you deserve better too. Don't go through the fucking motions. Figure out what's going on. Number 2, all these technique gurus out there are showing you where to apply treatment. And really they focus specifically on subjective data. Subjective data is like asking the client, hey, where do you feel it? What does that pain feel like? Specifically where the pain is. Instead of figuring out why it's happening and where to apply the right treatment. And I get it. It's our own fault. I'm just like this as well. It's our own damn fault because we all just want to get right to the treatment, right? That's what we want to do. We want to apply our treatment. We want to get our hands on people. But one thing that I teach all my practitioners is in order to go fast, you must go slow. That's some crazy Buddha, Zen, Yoda shit right there. In order to go fast, you must go slow. Last problem. It all seems overwhelming and a lot to take in. Isn't there a shortcut? I get this one a lot. Like, hey, is there any like shortcut or trick or tactic or whatever that I can not really have to figure it out and go from there? I actually got this on LinkedIn the other day when I shared a post about sclerotomes and pain referral and everything. And the gentleman said, well, I get where you're coming from, but there's a lot of information to take in. Is there any shortcuts? No, motherfucker. There ain't no shortcuts. There is no shortcuts. Excellence takes time. It takes precision. It takes focus. It takes effort. But everyone wants the hack. There's no hack. You know that. There is no hack. You got to figure out exactly what's wrong with your client. Then you can apply the right treatment. But if you're jumping in right away to, I am going to get in there and just start treating right away and see what happens, feel bad for you. Because I used to do that same shit too. I'm like, where can I apply the treatment? I took thousands and thousands of hours of ART training and everything like that. And they teach you how to do a bunch of treatment and training. And you go in there and I'm applying all this treatment. I'm sweating my ass off. I'm busting my ass. I'm like, how do I even know if they're any better? There's a different way. And that's what we figured out is slowing down, asking questions, and not being in a rush to treat. So here's my 3 strategies. Number 1 is understanding there are only 7 problems in the human body when it comes to musculoskeletal injuries about what we do. And the beauty of that is we have a free training for that to help you get started. And it will really break it down and simplify it for you. There's your hack. I'll simplify it for you. There's only 7 problems in the human body that you need to look for. And if you want to learn about that, click the link in the profile. Go send us a message. We'll send it to you for free because I want people to start thinking critically. And this is the first step to understand that there's only so many problems that you're looking for, how to ask the right questions, what's going on. That training is going to help you a lot, get your mind right around the idea of becoming a problem solver. Next strategy, you have to spend more time talking and figuring out what is wrong with your client, not just a quick intake form. Learn the right type of questions to ask and how to put it all together so you can deliver a functional-based treatment that'll be long-lasting. I actually shared this in one of my daily videos the other day. It was more geared to show massage therapists how to avoid people that are creeps, looking for hand jobs and happy endings and all that. But what we do in our clinic is we actually have everyone get on a mandatory Zoom call before they come in. This is a great time to ask some questions of your client about what's going on so you can start to formulate what's going on. So you're not just rushed when they get there. You're not like, oh, they just signed this form, let's get started. It's like, no, slow down, think about it, and give them that wow factor. Number 3 strategy, understand that it will take time and effort to figure all this out, to slow down. But I'm going to tell you, the payoff is so much better because you get paid more in this market for problem solving. Another good tip I give you would be to niche out and specialize in a certain area of the body. I talk about this all the time. Instead of like being whole body, specialize in a certain area. We have some practitioners that are just neck and shoulder. We have some that are low back and hip. There you go. You just cut the body in half, less to know, more to specialize in. And the key, as I shared in episode 1, is to make the change to no longer just being a massage therapist, to being a soft tissue injury expert. Now you have to change your perspective from wanting to deliver your treatment right away to slowing down and figuring out what is really going on. The best part, you'll actually work a lot less physically and get better results and get paid more. Sure as shit can't beat that. So Here's an analogy I'll leave you with. So think of treatment that you're doing now. I call it like the shotgun versus sniper approach. So most treatment, 99% of treatment is like, where's it hurt? Do this. Here we go. We throw a bunch of stuff at it. We really don't know what's going on. We like to train what's called the sniper approach, where we measure things, we line them up, we do it just right, and we know exactly where that problem is so we can go in and treat it more effectively. Our practitioners only need 15 or 20 minutes to treat instead of an hour, and it's more effective. It actually works, and it doesn't beat you up physically. So do you want to be a shotgun approach or a sniper approach? I'm going to tell you the snipers are more deadly, they're more accurate, they're experts, they are sharp as attack, and they're fixing problems. So I'm going to end you with this. Go grab that free training. Join the Facebook group. Follow me on social media. I post all the goddamn time. And lastly, reach out for help in our program, because I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm not just saying this to boast my ego. Our practitioners are fucking killing it. In the middle of COVID, in the middle of the economic problems, they are killing it because they're running this system the right way. They are true solution providers. They are not service providers. They are getting paid the way they deserve. They're getting the life and the freedom they deserve. And even better, they're keeping their bodies healthy. That's all I got. See you guys on the next one, which will be, let me pull my notes up here, the third part in the series, how to learn to cut your treatment times in half. It's going to be a good one. See you guys. Bye.